I selected save and quit, which refreshes the station, so that I could equip Ignatius May with a harpoon gun. However, then I realized that he has a high weapon skill, and he could just create his own harpoon guns. While getting that ready, I found a couple characters who would like to join us. I did say intentionally that I was going to try to keep my crew size down. I will intentionally not hire new crews, but quest is correct. Event NPCs that attempt to join, we'll go ahead and just recruit, because, gotta catch them all, right? We have first Aunt Doris. She's a medic. You notice an old lady with a familiar-looking face. Aunt Doris. Her food kiosk franchise might leave something to be desired, but her cooking shows have always been excellent. To your surprise, she approaches you.
Well, hello there. I heard you and your troop were in the neighborhood, so I came here in hopes of running into you.
It's nice to meet you, ma'am. What can we do for you?
This may be a bit silly, but I suppose no harm in asking. You see, I've been having how should I put this, late life crisis as of late. As I'm sure you know, I've been hosting cooking shows, running my restaurants and whatnot for almost 4 decades now. Hearing stories of your crew's wild adventures, all the things you've done to help make our little moon something better, I just can't help feeling curious about what life as a submariner would have been like.
It's not a life for everyone.
Yes, I bet. But it sure is something I'd love to take a shot at. And I'm not as soft as I may look. As a young girl back in my activist days, I bashed in more filthy separatist heads than you'd believe, and I loved every second of it. I also know a thing or two about medicine, and there isn't an animal on Europa I don't know how to slice. So how about it? Would you give this old-timer a chance in your crew? I'd love nothing more than do my part in our fight for a better Europa.
How can I say no? Welcome aboard, ma'am.
Oh, splendid. I'll just grab a few things and meet you on board.
And then we also have an assistant. He was hanging about my ship earlier. I put all my characters in position so that we can do this without me wandering around. There really was a person in this area. I finally found him. He's down here. He decided the port is right here. AI tend to just wander in nearby locations. So, for example, an outpost manager, about like 3 stories up this way, will often patrol 3 stories down and then over here, and then straight up 3 other stories into the clown area, just because they're nearby. Yeah, it took me. This is literally the last place, aside from the research station, that I've searched. I searched everything on the left, everything upstairs, and everything in a medical area. Artie, I guess that pretty much suits you. This is an assistant, and assistants are generally considered troublemakers, typically. A gaunt young man walks up to you, a bottle of liquor in hand. Despite appearances, he speaks to you in a peppy tune. Hey, the name's Artie Doolittle. You came here on that ship, right? You should take me with you.
What? Why should I do that?
Because I'd be a great employee. I'm good at everything, and I'll even work for free. How's that sound?
You've convinced me. Welcome aboard.
Great. You won't regret it. Alright, let's also take a look at our characters. So this is Ignatius May. I'm recording this right on the back of the previous episode. But he has all these extra talents. I was trying to figure out why I was getting all these extra bonuses, because he was not a captain, and I didn't pick those talents for him. So I looked and said, oh, he has extra talents. He's basically, I think, the captain version of politician or something, because he gets inspiring presence. I get 3 times the skill points in the same room. 20% faction shipyard upgrades for Coalition, because that's my affiliated faction. 500 marks when I enter a new outpost of the Coalition. 20% more marks when completing Coalition missions, and I increase faction relationship 50% faster. For all factions, by the way, even like the Husk people. Commendations, I get experience. There's an upgrade later, that's why I didn't read the number there. Leading by example, 20% repair speed and 5% move speed. Figurehead, that commendation becomes a medal, which is 550 XP and gets people up to level 5. I don't think my characters are level 5 yet, so I can just pop this on them and they'll quickly get level up. So yeah, also all services are 20% discount. He's got 4 talent points. You start with 1 talent point, so I assume that you're level 1 at the first, because there's no indicator that says your level, right? You could be level 0, but most games say you're level 1. We're gonna say this dude's level 4. If I give him a commendation, he should just jump right up to 5. Alright, now what about Aunt Doris? She has also extra talents, which I didn't know because I hadn't looked at her yet. Same thing about inspiring presence. That's really cool. 20% faster in carrying metal crates and artifacts, harpoons, bonus medical. Enemies will ignore me if I've been ragdolled for longer than 2 seconds. Does that include if I'm holding spacebar? Mud Raptor Wrestler. Deal 50% more melee damage to raptors. Okay. Then Artie, do you get anything? No, you do not. That's sad. You should totally get something. You should make this... I think, even though he is an assistant, and assistants are meant to be made fun of, I think Artie should get something. Perhaps like a free point and crew layabout. I don't know. But yeah, he's got 5 in every skill, which is probably the lowest possible. But he's a free dude. And the lowest paid dude costs 2,500. I can only afford 4 Arties. That's not even enough to crew my ship. Alright. So we actually, let me see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have all 6 classes at this point in this one colony. Alright. I'm going to continue manufacturing my stuff. So we have Ignatius May here. And he's got harpoon gun selected. He makes excellent quality at his 100 weapon skill plus 10. I wonder if... Could I make masterwork if I continue to ramp up that? I don't know. Is there a certain items here that said masterwork at one point? I don't know. But I'm going to just go ahead and create these because I am recording at this exact second. So yeah, let's go ahead and just create a bunch of harpoons. Oh, need to get this out of here. And I'm going to upgrade our harpoons with some of our resources. I don't actually have a lot of tin, and I could probably buy some, but we're going to maybe wait until we get to the mining outpost because it's probably going to be cheaper there. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really matter. I'll think about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and create some of this stuff, and I'll see you before we exit the colony. Okay, let's head on out of here. Oh, by the way, since I was crafting for about 4 hours, upgrading my harpoons and everything with my new Ignatius May with his 100 weapon skill. I was crafting for 4 hours, just learning how everything was working, and my last plant finally died. I'm not that worried about it because I plan on upgrading my ship when I get enough money. The most expensive ship that I have access to at this time is about 10,000, so I just need a little bit more. And I don't know if the plants would have transferred. Alright, so what do we got here? If we head back, we have... I can't scroll down, but it just looks like maybe the 2 missions. We have about 7 missions here, and only 5 missions here. However, I did want to cover Powys, so we will skip on these. We'll go and take all 11. Doesn't really matter too much what it is, because picking the order doesn't really seem to make any difference, and I'm just going to do all of them. So, here we go. So yeah, I'm well aware in the previous episode I was talking about how my crew was likely going to be small without any help, and I just got 3 people. But still, my idea remains. I definitely want to name all of my crew after people who are enjoying the series. What we're going to do is we're actually going to have Ignatius May pilot the ship because his helm skill is really pathetic. If we take a look, it is only 10. Also, we should probably pick his perks. So how about Swole and movement, physical conditioning? Now, he didn't start with a bandolier, and I'm not sure if I mean, I want all the recipes, so I guess we'll go just pick that up. And boot camp, because I don't know when I'll ever capture anybody. Alright, then we also had Artie, who gets no talent points, and whoops, Doris, who has 4 talent points. And then we'll use all these commendations. We happen to have 8 commendations he started with and 8 people. So 20% health, XP, CPR applied by crew members, reduce oxygen's low 20% more effectively. Take the bonus money and the bonus XP, I suppose. Because I assume that you could probably max out all of these skill trees if you get enough talent points, but I'm not entirely sure of that. All right, we'll take these 2 recipes, and there we go. All right, let's go ahead and start applying these commendations. How do I do that? Alright, does Ignatius have to apply it? I think he just dropped it on the floor. And one of my crew probably swept it up. Let's see if Tran had any... No, he didn't get any experience. So I didn't do that right. And I'm not sure where it is at this point. Let's see here. What was it called? Commendation. No? Recommendation? Since he's not carrying it anymore, I don't know what it is. Medal. Alright. It looks like it might still be there. There it is. It's just standing upright. Originally created by the Coalition, when applied to another crew member's body. Heal? No. Okay, double click. Right mouse button and then attack. Okay, I guess so, yeah. Alright. And he now has 3 more talent points. So, yeah. Let me tag you too. I want to tag that NPC. I know it wasn't much for him, but we have 8 medals and he's going to generate more. Okay. In that case, let's have May go around to everybody. Just maintain your position while you fight. That's not a really good position to be in when we have no guns on the lower side. Everybody just rushes over to go kick some butt. Get back here. Takes him a while to wind up. I right mouse button as soon as the healing is over. So what's going on is that's where all my stolen stuff is, and they're probably trying to find homes for everything, which is meaningless, but whatever. I just don't want to smack someone else with the metal. Trying to keep them separate. Just like watching everybody rush towards me. Come on. There we go. I think when I left click to attack him, he also hit the button. Captain Tran, what are we getting for you? I wonder if does this stack? I assume it stacks because it doesn't specifically say it doesn't stack. Get revolver and cigar. Oh, I get one of these? Okay. Ignatius didn't get one of these. We're doing politician. Does this stack? Again, it doesn't say stack because Ignatius has these perks, like affiliated faction shops offer 20% lower prices, double the faction unique items. By the way, the crew members in the same room that gain a skill point instead get 3. That actually does not mean exactly what you think it means. It doesn't mean you get triple the skill points. Here's what I'm talking about. There is a random event that I ran into in the colony that says something like, I discover some salvage, and if I salvage it correctly, I get 10 electronic engineering. Well, with inspiring presence, I only got 12. So realistically, what this actually means is you get 2 extra skill point. If you normally get helm +1, well, it adds 2 to that, you get 3. When I got the 10 event electrical engineering, it just gave me 12. Otherwise, it would have been 30. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I guess we'll probably do politician. If it's stacked, see, that's the thing. I wish I knew for sure if it's stacked. it may very well be a complete waste on things. I really might want to do something like Skipper instead. I don't know. How about this? I will do nothing for now, and then when I get enough skill points saved up, I'll just cash in all of it, and then if it doesn't work, I will load the game. I think that works. I think that'll be really good. What are we looking at for you? Actually, why don't we go ahead and send Ignatius a little bit closer? Okay, then we'll continue down this line. You were going to be our physicist? No, weapons engineer. You're going to be our weapons engineer. Much less materials. Now we'll do fuel rods and cargo scooter. Then we'll do weapons engineer. Gain a bonus of 20 to weapons. Unlock recipe depleted fuel, coil gun, ammunition. And then you were going to be our electrician, was it? This doesn't unlock the next thing if I do like 2 here, does it? No, it doesn't. So we'll just hit reset. I mean, I don't know how much damage a screwdriver does. I'm not really sure it's worth spending a perk on. I mean, that's basically you hit an enemy with a screwdriver 3 times in a normal span. I'd rather probably use a shotgun or something. I have no idea how good that is. Maybe FPGA circuits used in everything. We'll do a melodic respite. Only because I never see myself attacking someone with my engineer using a screwdriver. We already have fun with fission and sample collection, so yeah, we'll just go with that. I want to make sure that we are... Yeah, electrician. Unlock recipe handheld electrical monitor. Okay. Alrighty. Iron helmet. Yeah, I've heard repair packs aren't that good, but again, that might be an older version of the game. Still, I do want to collect all the recipes. And I think because of his occupation, real life occupation, we'll go with machinist. Okay, Aunt Doris, you don't have anything. So this means that my non-special characters get an extra level up. So which means the commendation doesn't work exactly the way it says it's supposed to. If we look at Captain Tran, it says here, if the character is below level 5, give them XP to reach level 5. Right. 2950. This character must be level 5, right? When we go look at Aunt Doris, she must be level 4 respectively. I mean, that's 4 talent points. So, yeah. Now that being said, she has a lot of extra talent, so she is still superior to a normal character. Alright, so Doris has nothing. Officer Neva, let's see, you were going to be a gunner. Doolittle! So you have 5 in everything, that's why he's not actually working on something. I'm surprised he didn't get any mechanical engineering, actually. Maybe he was never working on cleaning leaks. Thinking probably crew layabout. Yeah, he'll suffer a reduction of 15 and 40% repair speed. I'm assuming welding does not count as repair speed. I'm not 100% sure on that. But those are main 2, because he's going to be high level. Like, in fact, he's higher level than my unique characters. So I guess we'll do these 2. %50 bonus XP. Lowest level crew members. Interesting. Makeshift shelves? I want that. Okay, you're being apprentice. I don't really know what else is in here, but we're doing apprentice. So I guess clown crate and pure learning. I know that I could go with this one for more clown stuff, but really I'm not looking for him being a clown. And besides, even if I made a clown apprentice assistant, he doesn't need Jack in the Box. He would just use inspiring tunes. Choose one job as an apprenticeship and gain relevant skill boost of that job. Huh. Okay, well, I don't know what that skill boost is, but if someone wanted to take one for the team or have fun being an assistant, and you want me to rename RD Doolittle after you, you are welcome to tell me what he should do as an apprentice. Yeah, we need to get a little closer. What is your helm skill now? It's at 37. It started at 10. I might make him an apprentice captain, maybe? Because I don't really see myself hiring a second captain. Make sure that anything that we need to worry about before we continue. Transport personnel, mining outpost. Alright, let's take a real quick look around the place. But I'm going to spend quite a bit of time here deconstructing or selling all the junk we have. I just need to dump it off my ship, one way or another. Calling the crew of the vessel that just docked, please send a representative to see the security chief in the administration. I wonder what would happen to the metal if he didn't have room in his hand. Alright, unfortunately there's no shortcut for dismiss. I have to click and drag like that. Can I do it this way? No. Alright, we'll just put the metal up for now. And let's send everybody to the surface. I love how you just dropped my Abyss diving suit on the floor here. That's awesome. I love it, people. Fantastic. Anybody else throw away stuff that I built? Alright, let's get everybody to a bunk or something. Maybe we'll just pay for healing. You know, we've never paid for healing. So let's go ahead and do that. That would have been positive rep up, except we're max reputation with this faction. It's lagging pretty bad, probably because I have all my people moving with me. And they're more likely to get more injured by following me, but I was going to stick them in beds. Yeah, it's not really that expensive. Nobody's like infected by a husk or something. That cost me 34 bucks. Man, I buy fuel rods more expensive than that. Alright, you guys go do whatever you want. Okay, this is not the way. Is this the way to end? I don't know. No, this is the way to Clownville. Interesting that the clowns are right above the prison. That's an awesome location for both parties. You're probably who I want to talk to. You're one of the new arrivals. Good. I have a sensitive issue I can't trust any of my own employees with. The chief pauses for a second, sizing you up, and continues. Unusual circumstances, I wouldn't ask for help from just anyone, but I'm running out of options. Needless to say, I need you to keep this to yourself. Are you interested? Tell me more. The chief nods. According to intel we managed to gather earlier, we can expect a separatist prison break soon, they state, matter-of-factly. Prison breaks are already a nasty business, but to complicate matters, I have a reason to believe they have a man on the inside. Pun intended? I'm talking about inside the security force. Seems like the sense of humor isn't how one makes it to the chief of security. Let's cut to the chase. I need to make sure all my personnel are on the level and take precautions. Here's what I want you to do. Take these microphones and hide them in the crew quarters. You pick up some small surveillance microphones. One more thing, I can't permit this kind of surveillance in an official capacity. If you get caught, you're on your own. Wayne, hold on. I think crew quarters were this way. I was heading to the clown quarters. Hide the microphones under some bunks. The sound coming through is a bit muffled but serviceable. Return to the chief to receive your payment. Good work. Here's your payment. We never spoke. Wow, that's a lot of money for a simple job. Anything fancy here? More EMP grenades? I mean, one of my things for the soldier was capture somebody alive. I guess we'll just buy them. I have trouble passing up a good sale. I don't really want buttons, so yeah, I can pass that up. Anabolic steroids temporarily increases muscle strength and physical performance. Rapid Fissile Accelerator. Prototype energy weapon built using the unique alien materials on Europa. The weapon induces a type of fission reaction at the end of the barrel, releases it in a powerful beam once it is too violent to contain. That sounds awesome. I just don't know what kind of ammo you need. I need more information than that. How available is this ammo? Is it railgun shells? No, I know it's not, but still. You're not telling me anything that I really do need to know about. Let's sort by price then. Because now that I'm a max relationship, maybe you're willing to sell me lots of stuff. Nothing other than that. I probably should buy it, but geez, it's almost $1,000. Maybe I'll buy it and run a test through the station with it. So let's check out the Rapid Fissile Accelerator in action. I'm not sure how my crew will handle being on an assault on a friendly station. They wanted to drop their weapons if I weren't setting them in follow mode. Has my flashlight died already? That's how long it took me to repair. Why is it leaking water here? I don't think my AI knows how to handle this. They're just running around. So the fissile particle thing is a fuel rod user. I can't use the submachine gun. Oh, because I have to throw the assault rifle down. That's why I wasn't able to switch weapons. Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm shooting Tran. So that's why, okay, I need to learn that stuff ahead of time. Because I was trying to shoot the harpoon earlier, and I was wondering why nothing was going on. I just figured it was being ineffective. Pretty sure Tran ran off. He doesn't understand his role here. Where'd you get that suit? Is that my suit? Oh, that's just regular diving suit. I thought it was a abyss diving suit. Okay. I guess the station is ours. You have a quest for me? Attempt to grab the revolver. I failed. After a few hours, we have deconstructed everything and spent a little bit of time crafting, raising our skill points. The captain, he didn't really need to raise any of his skill points. He's roughly 70 in everything. The two electrical engineers, they have roughly 70 electrical engineering and 30 in everything else. One is a weapons engineer, the other is an electrician. Ogaretti is a machinist with 80 in mechanical engineering and roughly 30 in everything else. Officer Neva is almost 100 in weapons, will be piloting a gun to try to max out, and roughly 50 in everything else. And Doris, a bot, up for grabs, as well as the two engineers here. 100 in medical and 50 in weapons. She's also going to be piloting weapons so that she can build up her weapons skill. Ignatius May, he is going to be working on electro engineering in the sub, just on the just to start building up other skills. He's also a bot and up for grabs. Artie Doolittle, 5 in all stats, has not yet to determine his apprenticeship, also up for grabs. Let's get moving. So what we've done is we've gone all the way around here. We're going to now return to Phoenix Linea mining facility, and that has a lot of missions. Although we are maxed on the Europa Coalition and I wish to raise Jovian's separatist reputation maxes out at 100. We are already maxed with Europa, so this wouldn't actually help us in terms of reputation, it would actually hurt us. However, when we eventually start running missions for the separatists, we will probably be maxed with them. So I will go and take this for the 1000 reward. And we'll do all of these other quests, which will involve killing a bunch of things. Sometimes my mouse wheel goes up when I'm cycling down, goes in the reverse when I'm cycling. Since I spent a little time learning how to craft, I purchased explosives to add to our arsenal. So we could see that these guests are loitering by our weapons cabinet, and all our weapons are in here. So we're going to take as a C4 block, and we're going to check that in the depth charge decoy that we started the game with. I think that's how you do it. There we go. We're going to use this before we upgrade our ship. The next ship costs roughly 10,000, and a hard point costs roughly 4,000. So at this point, we actually can afford an upgrade to our sub and cover the larger ship with the third gun. I think they only have 3 guns in tier 1, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, I think that's about covers everything. Let's go ahead and have our engineer pilot take over for now. Well, it looks like the quartz and pyro something is up here. We still will check the bottom seabed for caverns. There might be caverns up top as well, so if I don't see a cavern down here, we'll go, of course, check it out. But at the moment, I don't have underside guns, so I prefer to surf the bottom of the sea. Ignatius May, are you following? You are not following. For some reason, the follows and stay commands do not actually stay in effect when you move to a new area. So I want him in the area. If he's not doing anything, we'll put it on last. So that way, if he's not busy with anything, he will hang out behind our acting captain and give her +3 helm points per level up rather than +1 helm point. Actually, I probably should be above him if I'm going to launch a depth charge. Alright, we'll look for the seabed first, and as we approach the enemy, we'll try to fly up over them and drop a depth charge in their head. So we only have the one. Buying more can cost anywhere from 150 to 300. Nuclear charges cost 300. They come in both explosive and sonar beacon / decoy forms. You can even combine the two of them into a more official capacity. I just happen to improvise C4 on top of my decoy depth charge, which will emit an active sonar or something when it launches, so I'll need to switch to passive. The swarm is terminated. Like, I know we're firing at ice spires now, but that was terminated before we even did anything. Okay, I guess maybe like the crawlers ate the spinelings or something. We're gonna hit the top, I think. I like it. Another swarm was terminated. I don't know what's going on over there, but this is kind of amusing to me. I've always liked it when AI can act as their own ecosystem. What? No. You are not allowed to take my PUCS. What? Do you return it when you're done? Because I really doubt you do. I can't take it off of him because it doesn't use oxygen while we're in the sub. So I'd have to drag him out and then hope that he runs out of air. No, you put that back, dude. I really am gonna assume that I'm not getting that back, and that was an expensive purchase. So I am going to hit retry, I guess. I feel bad for doing a retry, but that is stupid. I should be able to take that off of him. That is my suit. All right, here we go. Depth charge has C4 improvised into it. Let's go ahead and launch us on, at least it should get to that crawler if nothing else, but we'll see if anybody else charges over there. Hey, Hammerhead is killing everybody. It's doing all the work for me. All right, now let's try to steer around to be in position to fire at it. Did it already kill that guy or what? Did it just land on him and take him out? Alright, well that was a big waste of 200 bucks. But at least we launched the depth charge, because there's no guarantee the next vessel has one. But yeah, that Hammerhead has defeated all my enemies. Alright, I think it's going for it. And there was the explosion, which didn't get him at all because he was far away from it. From here, we will likely buy a new sub. We may go for the upgrade. Not sure which one we should get. Should we go straight for the cargo one or go for the lighter, faster Orca? I want to skip the Dugong because I'm doing a co-op session that has the Dugong in it. If we finish that playthrough, then I may start editing and uploading it. We've been at the Phoenix Linea mining facility before. We just need to get our characters healed up. The ship is already outfitted. I took some time while I was not recording the next segment, remining the things. Captain Tran will need to, of course, grab the briefcase. I should have grabbed it ahead of time. Things that are stolen from the place will still count as stolen when you return to that place. That's what that's about. Oh, and only certain items will be counted as stolen. So let's take a look at this plastic. I probably have some plastic here that's stolen. Maybe not. Also, I don't know if it survived the editing, but I don't know if it's the AnimEuropa mod or something has changed, but I'm able to put tool belts in storage containers, so I just combine the two. I can't put storage containers in tool belts. In the wiki, it says you can't do that, but I'm able to. And it may be the AnimEuropa mod because it does try to outfit people to have a different appearance. So, and while it may look like the same tool belt, which I'm not sure it does or not, maybe it's positioned differently on the sprite or model. Anyways, what I was going to say is if your character is on wait or follow, they will not drop the junk that's in their hands. Even if your suitcase has stolen stuff in it, or the suitcase is stolen, or you're carrying a storage container, I mean like the shipping containers, your character will just drop stuff in their hands. Now they will still drop diving suits if you're wandering around the station, but in general, if you want a guy to hold his containers, make sure they're on wait or follow. Let's take a look at what submarines are available. We're in the Barotrauma right now, and we have a total of 30,000 available to us. I'm thinking of either the Orca or the Camel, leaning a little bit more towards the Orca. So if nobody has any boats, one of these two, then I guess I'll just pick the Orca. But otherwise, here's what I'm thinking. First off, I would like a fabricator. It would make it easier to deal with all the stolen stuff too. We could just take everything down to the engineering and just chuck it in the deconstructor. There's a medical fabricator over here, as well as the Orca has something like 3 different special buttons. We'll take a look at that in a minute. This is just sort of an overview at the moment. And then we have the Camel, which has something like an impressive 80 shelving unit space. My Barotrauma only has something like 4. One of the things I like about the Camel is, let's see, where's the engineering bay for it? The cabinet is linked to the fabricator. That seems like a really nice quality of life thing, but I'm not sure it's worth the extra hassle of all the mobility and such. Unfortunately, the game doesn't let you pilot 2 different submarines at the same time. I would love to see improved bot AI, like deeply improved, where it could basically play the game itself. I know people will say like, well, why you buy a game if you don't want to play? No, it's not that I don't want to play it, like an ant colony or something. I want to see them do their own thing, within reason. So you could easily have another second submarine following you or going to destination, maybe command a fleet of submarines. That sounds pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, if I were to go to Camel, I think that might help with, or that would help with cargo missions, but I'm not sure how prevalent those are and if that's worth just switching to a transport ship over. That's one of the reasons why I'm leaning towards Orca. All right, let's take a tour of some of these ships. I made a new game with the seed and save name of the ship in question with an identical looking captain. This one is the Camel, the transport ship. First, you enter through the cargo bay. I'm not sure what this is supposed to say. OOCML? COMOL? Is that just like some sort of other language camel? Here's the dual cabinet and fabricator. Really cool. Another cargo bay. Engine room. Reactor room. Med bay. Oxygen. Armory. Diving area. Crew bunks. And I guess a status indicator. I'm not really sure if that's really accurate. It probably is, because these are individual light components. And we've got our gunnery component, our gunnery section here. And over here is just a ballast. As for firing ranges, we have gun that is not yet installed, but first gun is on the bottom side. Right there. Back left. Other is top right. There's a third gun. I think it's right over here, if I remember correctly. The only optional button we have is reactor shutdown on the Camel. Alright, let's take a look at the Orca. The Orca is a scout class submarine. Can I actually look at the stats here? We have 2 guns on the top by default, and looks like a third gun, I think, right here. It has an electrical discharge here, so that's basically if something's latched onto the hull, it will zap this area. Take a look at some of the other functionalities. This is the diving area. There's the electrical discharge, reactor shutdown, and launch decoy, which is just saying fire out a shell. Which I guess you can't do while you're in station, or it doesn't make a sound. No, we did it. It just didn't hear a sound. Normally you hear a loud siren or blare. We got our top gun, and looks like we can hit our own ship. Awesome. Our front gun cannot reach our own ship. That's fine. I think it would be fine to have this kind of a firing angle, though. I'm not sure if that's something I can personally rewire if I learned how to do that kind of stuff. Junction boxes, storage, med bay, crew quarters, ballast, weapon storage, central access passage, more ballasts, docking hatch, reactor, engineering. I don't like the engineering so far away, but it makes sense to have it near the reactor. And then there we have the engine room. Junction and batteries. Those are the 2 ships I'm thinking of. Enlisted crew members will have more weight to their votes. And I'm always looking for more crew. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Barotrauma. I'll see you next time.